Starting up in 90 seconds, guys. Smash the like, subscribe, grab your brews, roll up. It's Moon Boy Friday. God, I love those sounds, especially when the candles are green. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Tom Crown, and you are the best viewers anybody could ever ask for. Bitcoin making moves again. Again. It's not just a one-off. We've been seeing consistent green throughout the week, and I'm aiming for higher. Let's take a look at these dailies. We've been aiming for that 200 daily moving average forever. Finally, yesterday closed bullish engulf above the 200, exactly what we were looking for in our emergency Thursday stream, and today it's paying off. Price continues to rally here, moving up another 1.6%. I can't believe we're getting excited about 1.6%, but hey, it's green, baby. It's green. Things are looking much, much better after this 200 days of sideways. We may finally be at the end of it. No one knows for sure. I certainly don't have a crystal ball, but this is looking very, very good. After rejecting from the 200 daily moving average twice, we have retested it off a higher low, and that is why you're starting to feel a little bit of excitement, a little bit of energy about the price, despite it only being at 66.2. This is critical. It is critical we maintain these levels, we stay above the 200 day, and coast our way back to the highs. I'm still looking at that 71.2. How much time do we have left? 3 days and 7 hours into the end of Q3, and we have been waiting for 71.2 for quite some time. It is still possible. I will admit it's a little bit of probably a lower probability call with only 3 days left, but it is on the table, and if it doesn't come this month, I think October is going to bring us some good things. So let's take a look at what's going on, because I know this is why you're tuned in. This is what you're looking for. Bitcoin's moving right now. Is it going to keep moving? We're going to find out. If you could, for me, smash the likes, subscribes, say hello in the chat, put a message in there. Tell me you're here today on Friday. If you subscribe during the live, you'll see this number in real time update. It's very exciting, very interactive. Don't miss your chance. So also shout you out. Your name will pop up here. It's very special. Very, very special. Man, it seems like Bitcoin wants me to stream. So it's 1 p.m. East, noon to, like at 10 a.m. We've been seeing these runs overnight and into the early morning. And by the time we go live, it seems to settle down. That may be what's on the table. Friday's high, I don't quite think is in. I'm still aiming for a little bit higher in the 66K area, maybe 66.6 after hitting 66.5. That's a small move, But I look to the left and I see yesterday's high, our retracement, and our 1618 sitting just a little bit higher. So will that happen during the live stream? Probably not. Probably not. This 4-hour candle, at least so far, is being a little bit of a stick in the mud here. The top wick, bottom wick, thin candle. We see this happen so often with the 4-hour candles. I'll say at least it's green this time. Usually it's red, and that is what I call the indecision candle, where we tend to see price do really nothing until it's closed. But going down to the hour, we are barcoding out. Remember when we were doing that for months and months? Barcoding out. Green, red, green, red, green, red. Coming down again, it looks like, to test this hourly open. 66,025. Give me a sec, because actually, I want to slap an order there real quick. See if we can get a little trade ski going on during the live. Actually, I put that order there and didn't fill. So it's still there. Nice. We'll see if this long fills during the live. I hope it doesn't, honestly. But we will check back in on that in a minute. So last hour closed bullish Engulf. We see a order block right in front of us. Our long green bodied candle, the thin, well, the short red candle, and a engulfing green that starts at the bottom of the red and closes higher. That is an order block, and it typically suggests continuation or future support can be found at this level. This is also what is called a 3-candle long setup. I don't know how successful that is. I don't think the probabilities are that good just betting up when you see this. As you can see already in this hour, it's moved down almost back to the previous hourly open. So let's zoom in a little bit more here. Little bit more. It's Friday, boys. Hopefully you've grabbed your brews and rolled up. That's what I'll be doing after the live. We do want to do a little chilling in the Discord tonight. If you're around, open invite. We're going to be having some brews, some charts, some bowls, whatever it is. Just come chat, come hang out. I'll be there. Let's do that. Let's say 8 p.m. East. So in 7 hours-ish. All right, zoomed in down to the 5-minute. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I identified before this stream, actually was hoping that would hold. Little order block on the 5 that came back down, was retested, was looking for the bounce, didn't get it. Little bit lower here, and now back up. Let's see our retracement. Just connect the high to the low. We have broken past the 618. This is looking not bad, actually. Not bad. Pull it again from the low, back down to the 618. Little twins going on. Higher low, okay, okay. Where should we start? I'm going to look at these low time frames just because is it going to move right now? Let's see. Nice retracement. I think this higher low is going to hold at least maybe for the next few minutes. Go to the 10-minute here. A little bit of weakness. A little bit of weakness. What I don't love is I'm not seeing RSI hit that oversold or overbought up here and stay there. Seeing kind of get smacked back down. It hasn't breached the 50 line, so that's okay. We're still in a nice little uptrend on RSI. Money flow on the 15 looking decent. Seeing those lows in RSI come up. Compelling. Not really compelling. That's okay. 30-minute. Reach back to the previous 30-minute open. The hour still sitting untested. 66,025. I wonder if I should change that order. So I have this long placed at 65,865, and this looks like I placed it after. I actually placed it on this candle, and for some reason it rejected the order, and I put it back, and it didn't fill. Skunked again. That's all right. That's just how trading goes. I'm going to leave it there at 65. Maybe not. Maybe I'll put it 66,250. Wait a minute. 66.25. Already tested. Man, this exchange, I haven't had any real issues, like meaningful bad issues. But the price is just so much different. It's always different every time I look at it. I don't know. We'll check back on that. We'll check back on that. Basically, this trade is just looking at this. Long at the hour. Stop below the previous hour low. Let's give it a little bit of wiggle room. And we can either aim for like a 1.5 to 1 risk to reward. Not my favorite. Back up to just 66.2. We could extend this up to our high of today, 66.550. Or we could aim for the stars, baby. Connect our high to our low. Look for our extension. We can get a nice 5.75 to 1. I guess we move the stop down a little bit here. Do something like this, 2.5 to 1. There we go. We should be filled. Let's take a look. Filled. Now, am I going to get wrecked? Probably. Anyone out there watching, remember, you don't need to use leverage. It is a risky tool. Know your risks before you use it. I'm just playing around with some positions live. These aren't really anything to brag about. They're not huge. I'm not trading millions of dollars. I'm just showing you how trades might be done and showing you the outcome. Showing you how that turns out. All right, I place this here. Now it's gone for no apparent reason. There it is. Awesome. Trade filled while live. Praying for a bounce here at the hourly open. 45 minutes left to go. So this is all just one 15-minute candle, which just closed 20 seconds ago. Did fill us on the other exchange, not on Coinbase yet. Let's see how this is wrapping up. VWAP coming down. Money flow kind of muted. All right, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out for the shorter term. While I do this analysis, might be looking back up to like 66.3. I could see a retest up here. We have a really just down red candle. That's some inefficiency. We do tend to see the market go back and fill that. So let's hope, let's pray. That's what's going on. The day we looked at a little bit here. You know, let's go here. So instead of just bland analysis, just grinding it out like we usually do, let's just talk about this chart from maybe a simpler perspective. This chart has been in a clear downtrend, breaking its lows. Downtrends can very simply be described as anything putting in lower highs and lower lows consecutively, and that's pretty much what we had since March. 74,000 down to 56, up to 72, down to 53, up to 70, down to 49, etc. We have been in a downtrend. We rallied into August, and this is where things changed. I saw someone tweeting about, well, to say this is the first higher high isn't really genuine because we have had higher highs, and they do have a point. We have. For instance, back in July, we had a lower high, a low, into a higher high. See, we did make higher highs. So why is this one special? Why is this different? It is different because of our low here in September. Technically, this was a lower high. We made a higher low, and now we have broken that high, confirming the first uptrending higher high. Does that make sense? So all of these other ones did trade higher, but they had moved lower first. This one has not done that. This has not broken August's low. So by retaking this level of 65,000, we are now in an uptrend on a very short time frame. Now, does that continue? I certainly hope so, and I think so, but I don't know the future. But I do know that when we do continue up, whether that be now or next month or next year, it will begin in an uptrend just like this. So we have the building blocks a very, very spicy price action. It might not feel great yet. Maybe it does. I don't know. But that is why this is exciting. Is the first higher high off of a higher low, giving us an uptrend. After all this time of downtrending, we finally might be back in position. Now you combine that with the 200 that I can't shut up about. Trust me, eventually I won't talk about this at all because price won't be near it. Combine that with the 200 with these double tests and even I'll say manipulation-y, whaley, institution dump fake out up here in August. You combine that as the third test and break and you zoom in and you say, look at how many times the daily tested this 200 before it broke it. That alone was reason to get people short. We moved up to the 200 and we just kept wicking off of it. And on Tuesday, we finally closed above just to see a bearish engulfing candle result on Wednesday. Again, kind of driving home we're not breaking it. We're not going to a higher high. We're in a bear market. We're going down. This was the last moment, I think, the final, let's say, trick before the treat. By the way, Halloween's coming soon, guys. The final trick before the treat. Yesterday's close really blasted that out of the water, and bears are really hurting now. Absolutely on the defense here, seemingly unable to bring price down. Even earlier in September, this rally and retracement was very weak. It was not a strong showing from the bears. what you can really infer from this, and we were looking at this analysis back then at the time, is resistance hit and support was found immediately at the previous high. Resistance flipping to support easily is a good sign, or eagerly, let's say. So with that close and today, I'm saying I think we've retaken it. And the exciting part here is that there is very little above us. And I would argue there is almost nothing meaningful above us. We can look at the previous all-time high in March and say 74,000, likely to see profit takers there. I would agree. I would agree with you. However, it is almost outside of my realm of understanding or even visualizing this moving up, breaking its all-time high, and then just coming back down. Anything is possible. Just because I don't think it will happen and I'm confident it won't doesn't mean it won't. But there is very little. Each one of these highs, you could say, sure, there's some profit taking, there's some trapped orders. Yep, you'd be right. But there doesn't seem to be anything significant. This 200-day is the most important thing on this chart right now, in my opinion. And by retaking it, I believe that is a signal by the bulls that we're going back to the highs. I would love for that to be today or even into this month, but that isn't really how it works. A little reminder, and to put things in perspective, last summer we did something really similar, and it's wild. It's wild that no one really talks about this. We did something similar, and we had kind of a similar result, right? We had traded sideways all throughout the summer after hitting our high when? In April. Within 2 weeks of like the high this year. In April, we traded sideways. We fell below the 200. This, of course, was a little bit different price action, but still the same concept. Fell below, tested, rejected, fell to a lower low, tested, rejected, tested. We'll say that's a higher low just for the sake of this so I can keep going. And then we finally took it back. This was definitely a more energetic move, but we can see that price really changed its vibe right as soon as the 200 was retaken. And that's what I'm betting on with this move. Will it do this? I hope so. Will it absolutely look like that? Probably not. If you want to know my honest opinion on how I see price action moving, provided this level holds and the 200 is cemented underneath the bull's belts, here is what I think will happen. So I'm going to remove everything from the chart. I'm just going to take the top trend. I'm going to take just the all-time high, slap it on there, and there we go. Here is how I think this happens. I think likely we'll have moves over the weekend or over into next week, into next month that will be choppy, provided we don't just get one straight candle up. I think we move up to this high trend. I've been saying that forever. I think we move up to the high trend. What happens after that? In a perfect world, I would like to see this. I would like to see it revisit the 200 as support. I don't have high confidence that that's going to happen, but that would be the perfect world trading, right? Then from the 200, finding support. So let's say from price now 65.8 to 69.5 back to about 65, maybe a little bit under. Then a move that brings us to the all-time high, breaking it maybe slightly, maybe rejecting just beneath it. Doesn't really matter. I think it'll be within a few percents if this plays out. To the all-time high, and what happens then? We get a fake out. We get a fake out, we move back down. And these numbers aren't exact, guys. This is honestly just like maybe price action concepts, right? Move back down, and that brings us again to that trend line. So resistance, higher low, break, new all-time high, back to the trend line. And that's when I think things get very exciting. Timing-wise, this could take all year. Could be next week, right? Time is so difficult to tell. I know it's what everyone wants to know. When will this happen? Lord knows. Only the Lord knows. We don't know. This is how I genuinely see it coming down. I believe that this will trap longs up here, liquidate them, bait in shorts. Maybe we see a wick below the 200. Hopefully on the day we don't close, we just wick. Bring us back up, all-time high hits. Everybody and their mom goes long just to get liquidated again from 76 down to maybe 68, 69. That's a 10%-ish move, wiping out leverage above 10x, wiping out retail. And then I think we get it. We finally get it. I pray this happens this year, but it could take into next year. If you look at the cycles, everyone crazy about the 4-year cycles, right? I see why. It's one of the only kind of things in Bitcoin that's, I guess, remains consistent outside of the code. But if you look at the quote 4-year cycle, we still have some time to go. And I think people lose sight of this, honestly. I lose sight of this. Actually, let's go the other way. From the all-time high, whether you want it to be April, I'll take November though of 21, we have to look out 4 years. At the moment, we are in September. We're actually 2 months away from being 3 years away. Kind of the crappy part. This could take all the way until November of 2025 to see its peak, whatever that might be. Your guess is as good as mine. We are really ahead of schedule here. To put it, I guess, in more perspective, I think we're back here, right? Yep, right here. Pretty close. We spent almost, let's see, spent the first 2 quarters rallying, 1 quarter down, 1 quarter rallying bear market. Yep, that looks about right. That looks very good. So ahead of schedule, we've still got time to go. The one thing that still remains consistent is what I said about the 4-year cycle. There's very little else. And that being said, there has been a lot of things like this 4-year cycle that were just accepted knowledge in Bitcoin back in the beginning. Accepted knowledge. Like Bitcoin always does this. This always happens. Whatever. We always sell off before the halving. We always rally. Whatever. All of those things, one by one, have fallen. We hit a new all-time high before the halving. It's never happened before. I'm sure there's many other examples. It just doesn't come to mind right now. Litecoin and Bitcoin's movement together was another one, but there's lots of them. I'm sure you remember some too. It seems like the only thing left to be disproven is the 4-year cycle. Doesn't seem like there's really anything else. And so I would be aware of that. We could still end up hitting our all-time high in November of 25. It certainly would be very on par for the course. However, everything else seems to break and fold. And maybe that's next. So I wouldn't hold your breath. I wouldn't bet everything on like a November options or something expiration. If we do see something similar to last cycle, let's just do the same. Connect our high to our low. Row our 1618, boom. The 1618 extension from the previous cycle, from its all-time high to bear market low, gave us a target of 62,400. We hit 69,000. That's pretty close. Doing that same analysis, we would look up to 173,000. Do you think we can hit 173? I do. I think that's a low target. Another one of those things that always happens with Bitcoin that I think is going to break this cycle. We don't have the whole history here, but basically you can view it as like this, right? Is that the bear market low to high, that percent comes down over time. That makes sense. As Bitcoin expands as a market cap, it gets bigger. It's $1 trillion market cap now. It makes sense that the highs would come down, right? But it's now becoming this accepted thing that each high is going to be smaller. Be weary. That's all I'm really saying with this, is just be careful with these. This always happens, or this, this never happens, whatever. It's going to get you on the wrong side of this market at some point. Is it this cycle? I don't know, but it will eventually. Just don't ever think that something is going to be easy and consistent in this space. If you've been in here for years, you already know that. Nothing is easy. Nothing is free. Be vigilant of anything claiming to be. So zooming in just to this year's price action on the month, 3 days to go. I think we get the close. I think we get the Bullish Engulf monthly close. I'm going to add this. Month Engulf. Yep. There we go. Just add that for my own sake. 64.6. I could see us actually trading back down by the end of the month to there. We'll see. But we'll use that same fib extension, right? We'll connect our high in March to our low last month, and we'll aim upwards. 95,100. This is actually really good target. I'm going to put a poll in later about what price you guys think. It's actually a really good target. So the reason I like this isn't necessarily because it goes up. You know, I love it going up, but the number itself, I haven't seen this described via other ways before. I guess it maybe didn't exist until last month's low. But the reason I like 95 is for a long time, and even all the way back, we've been streaming for 5 years here, all the way in the bear market in 22. We were talking about prices. What is the price where retail, where your grandma, where your brother, non-coiners are going to notice Bitcoin again? Because I think the most powerful time that I have ever seen that in my crypto experience is right here. It was at $10,000. People saw Bitcoin go from nothing to 100. They didn't care. They saw it go from 100 to 1,000. They still didn't care. They saw it go from 1,000 to 10,000. And all of a sudden something clicked in their brains. That was, in my opinion, the biggest FOMO event. In fact, many of you in the chat right now may be from the class of 2017. It was definitely exciting, and we definitely had FOMO in 21, but I don't think it really hit the same way. And the reason I think that is because we didn't get to a psychological number where it clicked for people. I still can't believe it. Looking back at the chart, still cannot believe we didn't go to 100K. It's wild to me. But 69,000, yeah, it's bigger than 10. And it is past 50. And 50, I had a little bet that maybe 50 would be it. But it isn't that special thing that Bitcoin has done for 15 years. And that is adding a zero. When you add that zero, even just visually, it's no longer the same size on the piece of paper. You got like a new comma maybe once you add enough zeros. I think that the next biggest FOMO point when we see your brother and your grandma come in is at 100,000. And so let's look at this 95. This is just a fun little thing to do while we watch the corn dry. Let's zoom back in here. Riggedy wrecked on that trade, by the way. Riggedy wrecked. I've been getting riggedy wrecked a lot on this. Is what it is. Let's look at this 95,000 target. This would be just, I'll say it like an interim bull market stop, right? I don't think this is the top. Some of you out there do. Some of you think we're not hitting 100K this cycle. I think you should never underestimate the corn. That's what I think. From 95, so we get so close to 100. We get just to that edging FOMO retail jumping in number. Just far enough away that they're not going to notice. It's weird to think that. But if they were going to notice at 95, they would have noticed at 74 in March, right? From there, if we use our fib tool, we'll see that our 382 retracement, and I didn't do this before. I'm just doing this in real time and kind of having a little mind blown here. Our 382 retracement, right back at March's high, 73,835. That would be such a savage move. Anyone who got a little early FOMO at 95 likely folding their hand after like a 20% drop. But I don't think that's the end of the bull run. I think we see a different structure in this bull run. So let's throw this fib on again. And I couldn't have like gamed this any better than it's happening. This is wild. Couldn't have gamed it any better. Somehow this extension is lined up with the 2. That's wild. So from there, and who knows how long that will take. Hopefully it's quicker rather than slower. 111,000. I like this. This is where I think everyone jumps in as soon as we break that 100K mark, especially if we have a big retracement before and we blast through. Everyone jumps in. And just like back here in this cycle, people jumped in before the all-time high. That's when the peak of everyone jumped in. They saw 10K hit. They were like, oh, I should get that, or it's still a scam. And then they watched it continue to just go up. I think we get a blow off top again in this upcoming cycle. I think we see FOMO in at 100. Yeah, maybe it's 111, but at 100, people jump in. Price continues up, right? It doesn't just fall back down and retrace. Let me see. Fall back down and retrace. 10, give a little bit here, maybe 95, just break that 100, break their souls real quick, and then make that big move up. This is what I think happens. I kind of maybe doubt that we get this retracement at all. I think we just move on up. 100K hits, people FOMO. They put in a little bit of money, just like they did in 2017. They see that money almost double in like a very small time period. And so then they throw all their money in. They take out credit card debt. They mortgage their house. They over risk themselves. They overexpose as it's just going up. And I don't know where it stops. But when it does, I think it will end up looking like 2017. Obviously, I'm rooting for 300s. I'm rooting for the 300s-ish. People jump in at 100, shake out, move up, drop. Something like that. That is honestly what I think we see. It is so freaking weird that 2021 looks like this. It's just so weird. This is nothing like any of the cycles we've seen before. So maybe it would be a good bet to say that we'll see this again. Maybe. But looking at the past and extrapolating out and saying this is going to look the same did not do us well in the last cycle. So I think we see something a little different. I think we go back to what we have seen before. I think there were a lot of problems in 2021 that led to some very strange behaviors in the market. Mostly, I want to blame FTX. I blame FTX mostly. Taking money from customers and not buying Bitcoin. I think that's ridiculous. I wouldn't get started the showing about that today. A little theoretical long here. Let's see. Am I stopped out already? Or am I just getting wrecked? Just getting wrecked. It's down $1. This is like a $400 position. If it got liquidated, I would lose like $400. At the stop, I lose like 10. It's nothing. So there is my weird little rant. I didn't plan on doing that today. It's Friday. Honestly, I planned on it just to continue up while we were live, but that's apparently not happening. So let's redo our chart here. We have a lower low. That's kind of a gnarly high. That's kind of savage. Might be painting a bullish megaphone. Let's check this out. I'm not deleting this, but it's taking up too much room visually. Okay. Got our fib. This level seemingly not playing well. Not playing well. Let's clean this up. We have reached, okay. From where we started to the rally today, we have reached back to our 618. Our golden Fibonacci retracement level. We do tend to look for bounces there. Where did this go? Our hourly resistance, though, a little bit lower, 65.7. I might add to my long there, even though that's a really bad idea. I'm long in the top again. I'm long in the top. 65.7. Really close. That's the hourly close. So 65.8 is the 618. I like this area. I'm going to do it. Remember, guys, don't blindly copy me. It's a great way to lose money. I say that all the time, especially with these just like random positions I throw out just for content here. All right. I'm going to add 67.5. We're already below 65.7. Dude, I'm dyslexic. We're already below that on this exchange. This is 𝐕X, by the way, and an exchange being slightly different priced is not a big deal. Don't think that is a bad thing against the exchange by itself. That is just the nature of perps versus spot, right? If you look at Binance perps, they're going to be different than Coinbase spot. A great time to remind you, that is why I always tell you guys, whenever you're trading on an exchange, you want to look up that exchange's chart. Do not be charting on Binance if you're trading on Coinbase. Don't be charting on Coinbase if you're trading on Bybit, etc. That's going to give you wrong numbers. Don't do that. They'll be close, but they won't be good. You know what? I'm just going to double it down with the market here, right? Oh, okay. 675. Let's actually do the equivalent. I'm going to look where this hourly support is. It's right there. This is just trading lower. You'll notice up here on 𝐕X right now, funding negative 0.1%. I'm just going to market it. Don't try this at home. Oh, I'm doing Bitcoin. Here we go. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. That double the size, that double down. I still like this stop. I'm going to move it slightly lower. changing my trading plan in real time. Really, really bad trading etiquette. Let me see. Stop loss. Out. Wait, what? First close, closing price, stop loss. I'm lost. What is this? 65523. 65520. There it is. Market price. Set take profit, but I just hit stop loss. Why am I taking profit? All right, whatever. They're the same thing. 6.5. Oh my lord, I'm getting. Calm down, Tom. It's okay. It's okay. Where are we at? 6.5. Dude, I'm lost. What did I just say? I just said the number out loud and I forgot it. 652? Is it 652? It sucks because I can't see the exchange in the background, so I don't have like reference. There we go. There, stop. 65200, currently at 657. All right, I'll take it. And then after I place that, I should have just done that before. I can just move it like that. There we go. All right, so we martingale doubled down. Don't do this at home. It's a great way to lose even more money. But I'll take this. I'll take this for now. This is like right about here. 652. Nice. I like this better. I'm just going to target 66.2. That only gives us a 1-to-1. I'll take it anyway. Whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. All right. Here we are at the 618. We've moved lower. Okay. Little div forming on low time frames. Kind of can see it into the 15-30, but it's not quite there. If you were to ask me, the 15-30 minute want a little bit more downside to paint out that div. Which is odd though, because then you go to the 45 minute and the 45 minute has it. That's very unusual to see divergence on a low time frame, like the 5 minute, and then not quite have it on like the 15 and 30, and then go to the 45 and you have it. That's not common. I'll just leave it there. Not common. Money flow continuing up on the 45. It could give us a little bit more downside here, but man, you look at some of these time frames, dude. Money flow just straight up. So what does that mean? As this is selling off, that is showing us that people are acquiring more Bitcoin than is being sold, even like at these levels. Well, than are being sold. Maybe that's not the right way to phrase it. That's okay. It is a good thing. Go to the 2 hour for a sec. Dude, this level is perfect. 65.70 is perfect. Look at this. On the 2 hour, that was your resistance, potentially now support. 1 hour, that's where we got it from. 45 minute, close enough. Let's say close enough. 30 minute, obviously going to have it because it's the hour, but I'm liking that. I'm liking all that Confluence. 3 hour. It's like everything. All the hourly stopped right there at 65.7. That might have been the entry. Go to the 4. You'd have to aim a little lower. 65.5. You know, I've noticed, I think I missed a fib. Let's see this. If this gets stopped out. Oh, wait, no, it shouldn't. Looking from our swing low here to that same retracement right there. There's a lot of Confluence going on. Do you guys see that? You got a 618 in like multiple directions. Please bounce. Please. I don't want to lose my $10. I really just, I don't know. Just want to keep this open. For those of you tuning in and saying, Tom Crown, you have some really lame trades, bro. Those are like the smallest, lamest trades I've ever seen. I would agree with you. These are just for fun. They're just for content. Just something to do. The ones we opened together that I had you vote on, and I just market opened, all got stopped out. But here are some bigger ones. The long, mind you, I opened this late too. I had a long from much earlier. It was like 53 and I bitched out of it. I remember telling you guys. The long though from 57 on 7x leverage, now up 92%. It was about 98 earlier when I was looking at it. The short from 71.2 up 41%. I honestly feel very comfortable in this position. I feel very safe with this short from 71.2 and the long down here. I feel like I've sandwiched price well. So in the event that I'm overly bullish, which has happened in the past, but I don't think I am right now. But in that event, I still have this little hedge open that can keep me sleeping well at night. I like it. Funding rate on Fairdesk, negative 0.11. We've got a little bit of a pattern going on. Let's pull up our CoinGlass, a free site with great data. CoinGlass giving us almost a negative funding rate. This funding rate is under neutral. Neutral is 0.01, and when the market is in a evenly matched non-energetic state, it stays at 0.01. And when we see a drop below there, we start to view that as bullish funding. It isn't quite zero. So longs are still paying shorts, but so very little. Across the board, Binance, this is the big part actually, looking at this. Binance, negative funding, let's go. I want to see this continue. I want to see Bitcoin's price move up, and I want to see this funding go deeply negative, because we looked at two exchanges, neither of which are right here, right? Neither of which are actually on CoinGlass, but Fairdesk and WeX both have 0.01 negative funding, and I want to see that. I can kind of maybe read that as lower liquidity exchanges. Obviously, Binance is the biggest liquidity. Are maybe being arbed. They're arbing it, taking out the extra shorts. I don't know, on lower liquidity exchanges. Who knows? Who knows? Let me see. Let me see. What else do we want to look at? SuperCharts, real quick. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, only 7 subscribers to 128,500. We can do that today. Looking at the old SuperCharts here, also available on the CoinGlass for free. We see CVD, aggregated spot and cumulative. Nice little rally with price. I'll take it. Open interest. Let's get on to the lower time frame here. Open interest hit its peak at the highest point in price. We have seen that open interest trickle down as prices trickled down. To me, that is suggesting that this move is empty. Traders on leverage not supporting this move. Although it is being longed. Yeah, it is being longed as it's going down. Interesting. Wow, now it's just doing nothing. All right, that's fine. Doing nothing, but you know what that means. Now that I have this other trade open and it's doing terribly, and I've spent, I don't know, like 40-ish minutes talking, it's time to go to the chat. I'm sorry. Dude, there's still so many of you still here, even though I've just been off in my own world talking. So if you're here today, my friends, let me know. It's Friday. It's Moon Boy Friday. Do you feel it in your bones? I want to know if you're here. Jazz me, please. We can get to some alts. Yeah. Yeah, who's here? Put something in the chat. Let me know. We have a poll going. Will Bitcoin hit? Oh, it's supposed to be 71.2. Oh, well. 71K before the September ends. That's only 3 days, guys. 59% of us out of almost 600 votes say yes. Wow. Making me proud. You're making me proud. Definitely vote in that poll. Click these buttons. Put a message in chat. I want to know who's here, and I want to shout you out. The whole fam's here. It's Friday. Let's see. Ace of Hearts 420, my friend. Welcome. Akrim Salmi. How you doing? Alexandra G. You're wonderful, darling. Good to see you. Arpod, you're back. What's up, man? Austrian Bro Gamer. Brian Aranda. Brian Gobako. Coden, Crypto Steve-O, Eric Carlson, Frank Pulis, Free Will, Greg Savchik, I'm My Hero, I Need BTC, I need my BTC, Jamie O'Reilly, Janix, Jose Montilla, Green Thanos, what's up, brother? Crypto Hunter, I see you. Josh Kennington, you're always here, man. Salute to you. You're the best. Jamie O'Reilly, I think I missed that one. JR, question mark. Kirkleberry 22, Lars Larson, Lemon Graphics, Line in My Pocket, Loach Psych. M. Marquise, Mama Jedi. How you doing, Mama Jedi? By the way, ladies, you're extra invited to the Discord party tonight, 8 p.m. East. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Extra invited. Nobody will be weird to you, or I'll just ban them from the server. Don't worry. Mark Dutch, Marcelo Rodriguez, what's up? Mary Beth, you can join us too. Good to see you, Mary Beth. Mihai Manolui. I don't know how to say that one. Mihalachi. Flavin. What's up, man? Mike Bennett, Mr. Days, NBF Forum, Nicholas Arena, Ninja Glock, and Nix, Olui, 𝐂𝐡𝐷. I don't know how to say that one. On Beseft. We got a lot of people here. I was like, nobody's here. And all of a sudden, you're just coming out. One with Nature. Online piano bar. That's Jeremy Ragsdale, right? Sorry to dox you. Randy, how you doing, Randy? Rob Dog. Randy, I hope you guys are doing well. By the way, was anyone impacted by the hurricane yesterday? That looked pretty gnarly. I was praying for you guys. I was praying for the whole fam. You guys know I'm not religious, but I put out the prayers and the good vibes when you need it. Don't worry. Philly Skills, my friend, Rag Capital, Richard Grenzy, Rob Dog, Ron Beal, Salim R, Save with Crypto, Skate Crow, Sin, TM Pickle, Tillin, Troy, Under the Gun with Crypto Bullets. You have to tell us the story of that name. Hoofty Floofin, my favorite name of the week. X77X Monkey and Cannon Crypto? Rannon Crypto Queen? I don't know. I don't know what letter that is. You have an odd font, but welcome. Welcome. Green Thanos, why are we crashing? We're not crashing. How can you say we're crashing? We're crashing up, bro. It's a straight up crash, my friend. All the way from the bottom, now we here. How is that a crash? You mean, why is it red? Well, you're going to learn this over time. There's never just green or just red. Every time we move up, we're going to see some red candles. We move up, longs close in profit. That creates a market sell. Price goes down. Vice versa on shorts. When you dump those green candles out of nowhere, when you're like, why is there a green candle? It's because shorts are closing, creating market buys. Just the ebb and flow. What's up, Free Will? Hell yeah. Can we see a tsunami? I hope not. Mama Jedi, Tom Crown, TA. Break barriers, not banks. Like and subscribe. Revolutionize your crypto journey. I like that. Appreciate you. What's up, Vigs88? When 12K? Some say that some of them bear fluencers are still waiting for 9,600. Some waiting for 3,000. They'll probably be waiting forever. What's up, Sunny Sun? Yo. Possible dam failure in North Carolina. Not good. DJG. That's not good. What's the failure from? Is it from the storm? Or is it just unrelated? What's up, Soham? I don't know what. Nat gas analysis. I thought you were using different language. Bajorn, 10K incoming. 10K today. Moving from 65 to 10. Verhoofty Floofen, best name. You can try golf. What's up, Crypto Stevo? What are you doing today on Friday? Thank God Alexander never annoys. Interludes Daily, I missed you, man. Altcoin Abuser, I missed you as well. It's not personal. Ruslans, Gumulavix, Shiba. We look at SHIB. What do you guys want to look at? Shiba Dib. We got some others. See if Polygon has any hope. DZ from Hit Network is having problems. With what? Shout out to DZ. I like that guy. No weirdos. Great stream. We are so back. That's right, before crypto. What's up, brother? What is that first letter? Annan, Crypto Queen? Or Dannon or Ran? I can't tell. Not gas. What's up, Digital Orgy? Dom. I missed some. Soham. Sam. Let's go. Optimism on Bceft. Nostalgic. Doge. We'll look at Doge for sure. Bet GFI. You're waiting for a $1 Bitcoin. I actually would like a negative $1,000 Bitcoin. And I will take all of them. I'll just take all 21 million for negative 1,000 apiece. Did you like and subscribe yet? It's a good question. Show your soul, Bad Baptist. All right. Well, yeah, you know, when you give me like the softballs for flexing and gloating, I mean, I ain't gonna argue. I ain't gonna argue. We'll look at Soul during the Discord party tonight as well. 8 p.m. East. Open invite. You don't have to be a member or be anything. You just have to be in the Discord. You have to verify. You have to click the little CAPTCHA thing. That's it. You ain't good, but thanks. Damn. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. I saw Crypto Savvy. Crypto Savvy has a video as recently as 3 days ago. He's been bearish since well before the ETF. Genix, I will correct you there. So one, I'll start with this. Crypto Savvy is like a nice dude. I like him personally. That's out of the way. That's like the disclaimer. His analysis baffles me at times. He was not bearish before the ETF. My friend, he was bearish in like September of 2020. Like not ETF 40K. We're talking like 9K. That's actually what I was talking about when I said 9,600. You know, I mean, you got to give it to him though. He's got grit. He's got determination. I don't know. There's something to respect there. Even if I disagree with his analysis. What's up, Butts and Neighbor? Can we check out Athena? Hope you're well. I am well. Thank you. Athena. How about Chainlink Randy? Vet, Ondo, ADA, Pepe, SHIB. Look at Moondang. What's Moondang, Reg Capital? Natural gas is it. Man, Soham, you are really about this. You're really about this, not gas. I don't even know if I have a chart. Might be able to look at it. I do like to kind of dabble in the non-cryptos, usually when it's more boring, but let me see what's going on here. I was looking at Sol for Mr. Bad Baptist at 157. I believe that means our long hit. I believe that means, the long already did hit. It hit at 144. There we go. There we go, climbing up. So here's what I see when I look at this chart. A third test of this range, like 160, we'll call it. We had a double test in August. We fell. We did break the low. That's kind of the weird part here. We broke this low, but still higher than August. Higher lows, higher highs, back up. Each time you test resistance, what happens? It weakens. Each additional test has a higher chance of breaking. That's probably what I think is happening here. Now, I do have drawn on here. This was drawn a while ago. These arrows have not been updated. A little path of price that I thought Solana would follow. Actually, still looking pretty spot on. If I had opened a position down here at 126, or even if I had gone off on my own and done a 144 after breaking resistance, back testing as support, I would look to shave some of that up here. If it's a perpetual, if it's a perp, if it's spot, you know, whatever, dude, holding forever. But if I was in a leveraged position, I would look to shave a little bit of my position off here. If I wanted to be really aggressive, I might look to re-add it back at 144. Since we actually back tested it early, we might not get the back test. But that's why you got to be careful, or you got to calculate out what you're shaving off here. We haven't broken our high quite yet. If we do, I do see resistance at 171, but looking at our 1618 extension, Solana, I think, is calling. Provided the rest of the market continues up, I think it's calling for $200. I think we're going back up there, likely in timing with Bitcoin moving to that 70-ish range that I'm looking for. Let's look at these moving averages. I remember looking at the daily moving averages for Solana. Yeah. And I was a little worried because Bitcoin was testing its 200-day. Solana was down here kind of sticking around. Yesterday, it closed above its 200. Today might be a back test. I wouldn't count it as a back test. I don't typically count the next candle as a back test. But holding support, let's say, flipping 154 potentially to support. I like Solana above its 200-day. I like it above 154. Fall back down below, and I kind of have issues. A lot of charts I think will be fine if they fall underneath their 200. But look at Solana here. You rallied, you back tested the 50, you rallied, you back tested the 100. Now you're up here. If you fall, I don't want to see another test of the 100-day. I'm not convinced it will be as strong. But at the moment, I don't see that happening. Things are looking pretty spicy. Money flow green, momentum up, VWAP up. Day is in very strong condition. Very strong. Here's the spice on the week. Close Solana above 159. That's like virtually the high. It was like 161. Close a higher week. That is going to be gorgeous. Not only will you have a higher high, obviously off of a higher low, but you'll have retaken this 20 weekly moving average. And this thing has been a dick. This has been a dick. Take a look at it. Let's make this white because it's easier. Price bounced off of it as support. It lost it. Retook it. This is around the timing, I think, of Bitcoin's kind of fake out there. Fell below. And then one last fake out. You fell down, rejected from the 20. I want to see this taken. If we can close above just 150, looks like this week, I think we do move to the top of these bands, sitting up here at our like 185 weekly resistance. Let's see what that looks like when I add the drawings back. 185, close enough. 200, yeah, maybe a little off. But this is how I see it. We've had some nice trades on Solana. Hopefully we have some more. I'm going to look at the BTC pair quick. Did it do anything? BTC pair actually looking more bullish too. This has been kind of my go-to with Solana. Looking at its BTC, Sol BTC pair. Higher high off a higher low. It's got some gains. I like it. When a BTC chart is bully, I typically look for more bulliness on that chart. Got a little lost in the sauce there. I'm back. Got the corn pulled up. It looks like this little trade ski holding on by its dear life here. I don't know how much I like it at the moment, honestly. Nice 15-minute close just a few seconds ago. A little bully engulf. The hour closed as well. I almost wasn't paying attention. Really crappy hourly close, not gonna lie. Bearish engulfed on there. Retesting 66,000 flat. That's only a $100 move. Very likely in the hour. I do not want to see trading below 65.7. Maybe I should move my stop up. How much did that mess with our momentum? Lower high, but dude, that money flow just keeps going. I don't know. I kind of am feeling that I should just ignore almost anything, like any bearish signals right now. It has been a long time since we have seen money flow green on almost every time frame. I can't even remember how long ago it was. Sometimes you just got to ignore the charts. You got to go with something bigger. What's up, Galfar? Can we look at AVAX? Yes, we haven't looked at AVAX in a while. Just seeping your eth gets you wrecked. Just seeping your eth. Bro, ask ChatGPT. What are we asking ChatGPT? What's up, Rob Dog? New to crypto. Stick to Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. I'll make it easier, man. You're new to crypto. Just buy Bitcoin. It's not financial advice. I've been in this space 8 years. All the people I know who have changed their lives meaningfully with crypto have done it by just buying Bitcoin. We've all messed around with other stuff, but hopefully I'm not getting to this point, but many people that have done similar to me, I have then heard them say, man, I wish I had just started with and bought Bitcoin and not dicked around with everything else. It would have been easier. I would have slept better. And at the end of the day, would have ended up with more. That's what it is. Yo, what's going on, John Foster? How you doing, brother? Any word from CZ? Should be out of jail, right? It's only been 8 breaking months, I know. All right, well, we can put on the AVAX. The VAX. It was the Monster VAX. The Monster VAX. What's up, M Velo? I have the Velo chart pulled up, so yeah, we can look at that. We can take a peeky. First, AVAX BTC, right? Just beautiful. Some of these calls, man. I want to get them framed. I just want to have this framed in my living room. Like this AVAX BTC chart. Like, move to the 1618, fall. All right, so we didn't get the bottom. It kept going. But just beautiful. Perfect touch. We are in an uptrend on the week for AVAX versus Bitcoin. That's a good sign for the dollar price. These dailies, I'll say, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty nice. I think I'm going to have a little bullish bias here. Let's flip it over to the USD chart, the one most people are looking at. 2372. What to do with you, 2372. This comes from the monthly time frame, I do believe. It does come from the monthly time frame. Last month did close lower, which is not a great sign. However, this month said, don't worry about it. Bullish engulf above 2544. We were looking to go long there. Looks good. Looks very good. I think AVAX is clear to 3285. I wouldn't be surprised if that hits by the end of the month. I think AVAX hits 3285 by the end of the month. Come back up to that previous week. So many charts look like this. This could resolve in a few ways. Say Bitcoin just rips into October. I think AVAX continues higher. Maybe back to that $50 mark. If Bitcoin closes strong this month, but then opens into red, I think AVAX will have already hit 3280. And then I could see potentially another entry at 32.70. This would be the slower climb back up that would paint a big old inverse head and shoulders over time. The things of concern here for me and why 32.80 is the target. This was pretty meaningful. This support, we're on the week. These aren't hours. These aren't days. These are 7 days. We tested 32.80 over and over and over again. We had a little fake out, dropped down, hit our monthly level, came back, rejected to a lower low, lower high, higher low. Now on our way back up. This is the big number on this chart. The big number. It lines up pretty well with our 0.5 retrace. You don't want to see AVAX move there and then lose this low. I don't see that in the picture at the moment, but in that scenario, man, you're going to like $12, maybe you're going to 10. Who knows? Things get really bad if you can't make it above 32.80 before trading lower than 17.38. Day climbing, dude. Everything looks so good again. It just feels good. I'm so sick of red. I hate the color red. I'm a blue guy, blue and green guy. I like it. I like it. What do you guys think? AVAX moving higher than 32.88 this month? I don't think this month. We'll see. We'll see. How's that quarter? Man, the quarter has so much room to the top, though. 54. Anyway. Moving on, there's AVAX. I do want to take a second to embellish my baby Litecoin, my sweetest of baby Litecoins. And just like every baby, you babysit it for many years, it causes you a lot of grief and stress, right? Just like a real baby. Finally making moves here. Let's zoom out on this Litecoin. Go to the quarter. This has been a brutal many years. Thankfully in 21, it actually retested its high. That's good. Been a brutal freaking time since then. What I like about this chart, despite the wick in July, well, in this quarter, price came back to its 2022 bear market low. You rallied. You came back, you wicked. It would be amazing to see Litecoin close above $75 this quarter and this month, but I'll take even above $65 or $66 from back here. This is a crazy liquidity sweep. From the liquidity sweep, what do we got? From the liquidity sweep, what do we got? We have a higher low on the macro. We have potentially a bullish engulfing monthly. If we can close above $70. And we have a hell of a trade. I showed you guys this on Monday. This is in our private group on Discord. Very exclusive private group that you can become a part of if you just sign up with any of the links in the video description below. Doesn't matter what it is. They're all referral links or our sponsors links, 𝐂𝐴LGO and MetaSignals. Great stuff. Doesn't cost you anything if you sign up for an exchange, and you'll get exclusive lifetime access to our private trading group where I posted this. Very simple trade on the week. Bullish Engulf, sold off to the open, broke, closed, back test. I'm looking for 75, but I think that's a low target. I think that is lower than I should be aiming. I'll update you guys when more happens, but this is looking sexy. It's looking so sexy. Thank you, Litecoin. Thank you for going up. Even if you never go up again, just thank you. Some other charts I want to look at, but what do you guys want to look at? What's on your minds? It's Friday. Your sister-in-law. ADA is to Tom what Litecoin or what Cardano is to you, or yeah, whatever. We all have that. We all got it. What's up, 𝐂𝐿𝐴? You know what is coming when there's euphoria in the market. Is there euphoria right now, 𝐂𝐿𝐴? Would you call this euphoria? If you call this euphoria, I think you haven't been in crypto that long. I'm gonna say. I don't feel it. What's up, Rad Guy? What's my take profit strategy? Just is always different. It depends on what you're talking about. Oh, you said take profits during run-ups, then roll them into coins that are consolidating. Okay, you did give specifics. My general alt strategy is to buy alts when they are low against their BTC pair, when they are proportionately down against Bitcoin. I don't know if this is a good strategy though, because that's the strategy I've used for many years, but dominance is kind of suggesting that maybe that's not the play. Kind of irrespective of their dollar value, when they're at Bitcoin value lows, I like to layer in. When they rally against Bitcoin, whether that's a dollar value or not, I like to sell them into Bitcoin, and then I stack Bitcoin. So that concept is pretty right, except it's missing the key part of Bitcoin. It's the foundation. It is Bitcoin and then other things, and I trade them to get more Bitcoin. Near Shiba, we can look at Shiba. I know someone said Doge. Man, go up. Long still looking all right, but still kind of sketch. We can look at the Shibster. Litecoin is the right coin. I never said that. What happened to 𝐂𝐻𝐧? She got banned from Twitter. Hope she's doing well. I had a lot of fun with her. She's fun. She trolled the shit out of people. And that's not my usual MO. But man, she trolled the absolute shit out of people. And it was so entertaining. I don't think anything actually happened to her. I think she's fine. Hopefully. But she just got banned from Twitter. I asked her if she was going to make another one, and I don't think she actually ever said, anything. I think topic changed. Oh, SHIB. SHIB, where are we? Where are we, SHIBs? Kinda. A little bit. Definitely a new support. Gonna be right here. This was the quarterly open. We traded below it. Now we're trading above it. No matter what happens, honestly, I mean, if we close below it, it'll be a resistance, but that is a new level on the chart. That's at 17,228. Down to the month. We are above it. Yeah, and we have one on the month. Lame. I don't want to have that many horizontals. SHIB is in a nice little rally right now. I have to keep zooming in. A nice little rally. Nice. Higher low. Broke a high. Higher high. Looking very good. Looking good. Nice. Here's what we got to watch out for on the SHIB. We are currently at 0.00002 from the week. Off of the bull market highs, SHIB found support many times at 0.00022, which is a 10% move from where we're at now. Right here. This is a pretty significant resistance. To go long right here, looking for a 10% move up with that resistance above, I think is a losing bet. Would not play that game. Especially with, this is only an 8% candle. Dude, what is going on? I thought that was going to be like a 40% candle. 8% candle. All right, at least it's moving slow. What I would expect, without looking at anything else from SHIB, would be this move. From 0.00022 to same amount of zeros, 172. This was resistance and support, and it was largely ignored yesterday on the way up. That'd be a nice little SR flip. Let's do a few other things while we're here. If it even hits 0.22, yeesh. Measured move from our little move here gives us 2.1. Currently at 2.0. What else do we need to do here? Let's do this fib. Professor Beans barking at the mailman. Do it from here. Now let's just connect the high. Nothing. I don't know. I don't line up that well with anything. Maybe that fib is not a great fib. Sometimes not all fibs are equal, especially when you draw them too early. I can just see that. I can see this. Between 0.17 and 0.161. Nice little spot of support there. Raleigh extends down. Now I just want to do 1.5. Let's be real. I can see something in this area. No guarantee that the rally's over. It hasn't hit resistance yet. This is only its first red candle. It's probably still going to 0022. Easton. I don't like the top wick on this 12 hour. I'm going to do it this way. Let's say from that measured move back down. I mean, really, 6161 would be so clean. I wouldn't expect it. If this is going to keep ripping, it's going to give us some kind of half-assed retracement, like 172. But if SHIB can break 22, which I don't see in the cards this month, maybe in October, maybe in Q4, 003 is the next major resistance above you, and that's a pretty big move there. That's a 40% move. Mind you, SHIB is still significantly under its all-time high, like most things. So just back to its all-time high. If you believe SHIB will go to a new all-time high ever, 55, 56% down, a little bit over a 2x, just back to the all-time high. Or was that? That wasn't the all-time high. That was March. That was March of this year. That wasn't the all-time high. Shit. Just back to March's high. I stand corrected. All the way back to the all-time high, all the way up here is a much bigger move. 4x from current price. We're just talking about a freaking March's high. I thought that was the high. The high. Here's what I like about this chart. You hit your June low. Man, I always think that this coin is older than it is for some reason. Like, I always think it's older. It's from 21. All-time high, you did come down and test your low from before the all-time high, but you didn't break it. You set a slightly higher low. You blasted off here in March with the rest of the market, and you held this higher low pattern. I think that is a good argument for revisiting March's high, if not higher, in this year, into next year. Hard to tell. Money flow on the day is primed. Look at that, right at the zero line. Directly at the zero line. Momentum's still up. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Did the SHIB. It is 2:16. We went live yesterday. I'm just gonna look through a few things for you guys. By the way, for those of you who were not here at the beginning, join the Discord. We're gonna have a little chill night. 8 p.m. East. Everybody's invited. Nice. We hit 128,500 subscribers. That took a while. Thank you, 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿. I think you were 128.5 on the dot. Crypto Independent became a member. I missed that. Shout out to you. Not a lot of subscribers today. That's all right. What's up, Vishnu Kumar, Arena Multimillionaire 2025? Got some good ones. Corey Gwynn, Michelle DeBianco, Alamin Tech, Gabrielle something. I don't know. Good names. Welcome, fams. Good to have you. But open invite. Join us tonight. Join us tonight. Let's look at Doge. Our 9.6 cent entry on Doge slapped. It did trade a little bit lower, 8.2. However, now at 12 cents. Nice. 23% gain. Looking for a bullish engulf on the month. However, just like SHIB and many of the other coins we've talked about, Doge has some roadblocks. Actually, this looks really similar to AVAX on the day, doesn't it? Or is it the week? On the week. Just had a little stroke of chart. This is AVAX weekly support, broke, back tested. The closes are up against, they're cheek to cheek. Go over to Doge. You have something similar. Now, it's not the cheek to cheek, but you have that same Doge weekly support tested over and over and over again. You have the same fake out in before this resolved down to the downside. You broke down, you bounced, you already back tested it just like AVAX. You fell down. Here you are. 13.7. I think 14.1 is actually the more recent value. I'm going to place it there, even though the other one comes from a horizontal. 14.1. If I was in a perpetual, if I was in a leverage position on Doge from 9.6 cents, I would shave some off at 14.1. That mean I'd close the whole position. I'd likely look for some taken profit let's call it 618, 25. I'd probably close the whole position at 25. But that's not looking bad at all. Not looking bad, man. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Still technically a higher low. Let's get that 25-cent mark on Doge. I think that's very achievable. Friend's wedding is this weekend. I have to get my freaking suit size today. I'll figure it out. Day looks good. Money flow looks good. Moving averages? Damn, that's what the only thing I was hoping I wouldn't find. Doge, how are you under this? How are you underneath your 200 week? What? When in the hell did that happen? I didn't even notice this. This is the only thing kind of like maybe giving me some skepticism or a little bit of doubt. I want to see this close above the 200 week first. It is just testing it right now, which is uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. It's like literally at price. If this closes below the 200, you are liable to move back down to about 11 cents, a previous weekly resistance. Close above it, then you're looking for that 14.1. Bitcoin, you're a little bitch. You're a little bitch boy. Because now you're back down to the low. Man, every time I go live, it seems to sell off now. Maybe we'll just go live earlier. Everyone else seems to be streaming in this weird time slot anyway. 66. I still think this holds. Doesn't look like it's going to hold now, but I still think it holds. Maybe I'm just going to get wrecked again. I should just start taking lots of shorts while we're live because those seem to get wrecked. Yeah. It's Friday. It's Moon Boy Friday. Price has retraced a little bit, but nothing bad has happened. With green, you get red. That's just the way of the world. Zoom out a little bit. If you get worried, zoom out a little bit. You will see that we're still just where we were. We're in the same condition that we've been in. We're just climbing up, setting higher highs, setting higher lows. The market is looking much more bullish than it has in almost 200 days. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Join us tonight in Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. 8 p.m. East. Be there, be square, bring your brews, BYOB, BYOC, bring your own charts. Sign up with any of the links in the video description. Specifically, but not exclusively, LuxAlgo and MetaSignals are sponsors. You can get free trials using my links. Go up. We are live here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. East, and we were live yesterday. So we're going to cut it shorter today. We will be live again Monday at 1 p.m. East, and you better be here. If you're not here, you're not invited to my birthday party. Think about that. That's all for today, guys. I love you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in Discord for everyone who shows up.